So many of you guys are aware that I run a live trading room every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday where we go over different trading opportunities in the market. And I work with traders on developing their skill of trading and also practically applying what they're learning in the course material in the real-time markets. Well, one of the cool things about this live experience and watching a professional trader do it is they see how I react to different events, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And in today's podcast, I'm going to share with you a conversation we had in my live room after I realized that I missed a trade that I should have been in and got the question of Akil, how do you emotionally deal with it? Ali says, Akil, how do you now handle that missed trade? I find the first chart I can and I revenge trade right away. I find the next chart and I put as big of a position size as possible and I get revenge. No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It gets jotted down in my notes as a missed trading opportunity, and then I move on to the next one. So I write it down. I look for the reason for what caused me to miss it. Sometimes it is not my fault. Sometimes it is my fault. Today it is my fault. Sometimes it'll be something like had a dentist appointment and wisdom teeth were taken out, was passed out for the next 8 hours. So missed the trade that happened during that. And those are still missed trades. You got to write them in, but it's like you can't do anything about it. Or like most of my missed trades are trades that happen while I'm asleep. Or it's like, hey, double bottom occurred at nighttime. So it's a missed trade, but it's not one that I was supposed to be in. This is a self-inflicted mistake. So this is one that I should have been in, that I messed up on my behalf. So you want to track those, and obviously the goal each year is to have 100% no missed trades. But we're also human. It's gonna happen. So you want to keep it as minimum as possible. And especially as a newer trader, you want to try and not make the same mistake too often. So if you notice a trend in the mistake of why you're making a mistake, then you want to start really attacking that and not make the same mistake. How do you get over that mental state after a missed trade? It doesn't affect me at all. At this point, it has zero effect on me. Here's the question you want to ask yourself, okay? What can you do about it? Is there anything you can do to make that missed trade go away? I mean, I suppose you can build a time machine, go back in time, and not miss it. I would argue the fact that you'd probably miss a lot more trades in the time it took you to make that time machine. So there's nothing you can do. So stuff like that has never really bothered me, and I think a lot of it comes from my athletic background, where I played sports at a very high level. You're going to have bad games, you're going to have bad plays in sports, and there's either two options, right? One, you think about it, and then the rest of your game sucks because you're thinking about the past and you're down on yourself and you lose confidence and you just perform worse for the rest of your game. I've been that. Two, you take 5 minutes and you get upset about it and you think about it, you review it, you figure out how you can do better next time, and then you just erase it from your mind. Because there's absolutely nothing you can do about the past. Like, it's already happened. The only thing we can do now is use the past to negatively or positively affect our future, right? It will negatively affect our future if we're just sitting there and stewing about it and thinking about it, or if we're revenge trading or trade hunting. It can positively affect us if we understand why we missed it and start taking action to not miss it again. But as far as the mental state, it's just one of those things like, man, like it sucks. So, we've all made mistakes in life, right? You guys ever made a mistake in life? You ever have a regret? You're like, man, I really wish I would have gotten this instead of that. Really wish I would have ordered the fried chicken instead of the fried shrimp, right? But it's already eaten. You can't take it back. So what are you going to do about it? So you just accept it. You just accept it as your fate. and you continue on. Yep, that is all you can do. You control what you can control. You can't control the past, but you can control how the past affects your future. Yep. Now, if you do find yourself in a bad mental situation, take a break. Take a break. Give yourself a 5-minute break, a 10-minute break. Shoot, if you feel yourself in a really bad position, give yourself an hour break or be done for the day. Go on a run. Go work out. Get some dopamine flowing through your system, your happy drug. Right? So that would be the other option if you feel like this mistake, and it could be a mistake, it could be a losing trade, either one, both of them have emotional pulls. But if you feel like something has pulled you out of your correct trade state and you are in a position where you're likely to do something crazy, and you should know yourself enough to do that, right? You should know yourself. It's the same thing like getting angry in an argument. Like if you've ever been in an argument or you're having a rough day, like you kind of feel it. You know where it's like, man, the next person that says something to me, pow, hitting them. Right? If you feel yourself in that situation where you know you're about to erupt, where you know everything's about to escalate, you have to do stuff to diffuse that situation. Funny, that brings me back to I used to work with, before trading, or while I was learning to trade, I used to work with kids with mental and behavioral health issues. And part of our training and part of something that we had to be really, really, really good at is not allowing them to escalate. So many of these children were like volcanoes, and they could be and you never like a volcano, you never knew when it's going to erupt, and you can't necessarily peek inside and see like everything stewing. So you can have a kid that has a very rough day and never erupts. You can have a kid where it's just one thing triggers it, and maybe something has been stewing for weeks and months, and one thing triggers it out of nowhere, like a pencil drops, and all of a sudden, boom! And you gotta be able to de-escalate the situation right away. So you gotta have a plan in place, right? So we always had a plan in place when I worked with the children, where for the kid that I spent the longest time with, his thing was, I gotta get him for a walk. Get him for a walk. So as soon as you can see it, as soon as that one thing happens, boom, say, hey, let's go for a walk. Let's take a break. So you gotta know that about yourself as well. What's gonna knock you out of your trade state? What's gonna get you back in your trade state? Is it a walk? Is it hitting the punching bag? I think of Raymond doing jujitsu and stuff. Is it going for a run or a bike ride, right? I like to go lift weights. I do a very aggressive workout. I can move something heavy. But know what your thing is that gets you grounded and level again. Do that, and then come back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour the next day, and just refocus on what you can control, and that is your future actions. Or you can just break your monitor. That works too. If you want to hop into one of our live trading rooms, either the New York session with myself, the London session with Jason Greystone, or be dangerous and do both, you can do so as part of your 14-day risk-free trial membership over at tier1trading.com. Just head over to the website, sign up, check it out. If for some reason you don't want to do that, I also live stream the first trading idea of the day on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Akil Stokes, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 a.m. New York. But trust me, actually being in the live room and staying there for the full session throughout the week is a much better option. See you there.